Saturday, August 2nd, there's the Lion Channel. I'm John. Day 93 of my manifesting journey. And if you missed the thumbnail, I did say that once my credit went up 100 points at Experian, I would find a way to show you. And that was the best way that I could think of, was to post it as a thumbnail. I was going to attach it in the comments as a picture, but you can't put pictures in the comments, so I'll just made it a thumbnail. All right, so it's up 108 points since June 17th. The next 2 days, I will also post TransUnion and Equifax. Okay, as they were up actually a lot more than that. Equifax is 741, TransUnion is 722. As I've said previously, I had never been personally over 630 in my entire life. Okay, that was pretty much the highest I had ever been before I started falling asleep in the wish fulfilled. And if you've watched all of my videos, I've had countless firsts. Okay, the first time I've done so many things across the board, and we're not just talking about small things, we're talking about life-changing stuff. Okay, like credit score, like being able to get my own car for the first time without a cosigner, having relationships just transforming, and the list goes on and on. Okay, and I'm not special, as I keep saying. It's just falling asleep in the wish fulfilled, and anybody can do it. And that's why I want to share the information, because if you just do it, your life will change, just how mine is changing. All right. And so I was thinking about something else. We have the Lion's Den, okay, building that community slowly but surely. All right. We have Kate, Brent, Shadow Flare, and Rad Radical, who is chiming in every once in a while, falling asleep in the wish fulfilled. All right, but I kind of want to see if I can take it to another level in terms of helping people fall asleep in the wish fulfilled and just do the techniques, I guess, right? If you want to call them techniques. And I'm talking about those first 4 steps, which is, thinking, just closing your eyes and watching your thoughts. That's number 1. Number 2, deciding who you want to become, writing it down. Number 3, creating that visualization, that 15 to 20-second movie to prepare you for game time. Step number 4 is when you actually use the combination of those first 3 steps, combine those into step 4. That's where you fall asleep and impress the subconscious mind, and then that's what changes your life, because the subconscious basically controls everything. It controls how you see life, it controls your experiences of life, it controls it all. Okay, and free will is just an illusion, and I've explained why over and over again in these videos. All right, so what I want to do is I want to offer to like 3 to 5 people, okay, coaching for free for a month, for not for a month, for a week. I want to try it out, okay, where we'll text, I guess, back and forth. You can text me with any questions that you have or that you might have. I kind of did something similar. I was talking to my wife earlier with personal training, and this is how I kind of built my personal training business. Is I went and I changed myself first. I changed my body, and I took before pictures, and then I took after pictures, and I just posted my pictures. And at the time it was Facebook. So I was on Facebook, I posted my pictures, and people looked at my pictures, and I just offered for free free training for a month. And then people started training for free. And then, I was getting them results, and I was, and then I started posting pictures of people. So that's kind of what I want to do here. Okay. As I said, and as I've shown you, I have a good grasp on how this works. Okay. As evidenced by the changes that are taking place in my life. And as I've said, anyone can do this. And, so I'm here to help. And that's what I want to do. And I feel like this is the next step in terms of me helping people. All right. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, email me, because I kind of want to, you might want to keep that confidential. All right. So you can email me. I'll leave my email in the description. And if you want some one-on-one coaching for a week, all right, as I said, I'm just gonna try it out. And it will be, at first, I will be like more of like an accountability partner. I will check in with you each day and make sure you're doing the exercises. It's not going to be like, too in depth. It's not like it's going to be an hour phone call every day. It's just going to be a text, somebody checking in, and then it's up to you to respond back. And there's got to be, and we'll go over it, but there's got to be some back and forth communication to where you're serious. Okay, if I text you, and you're taking 4 or 5 hours to get back to me, then that's not showing me that you're serious about doing this. All right, so I just want people who are serious, who are just ready to rock and roll and ready to change their life, and just need that last little spark, okay, to get it going and to light that fire. As I said, that's what David Elmer Locker Jr. did for me. Okay, I had everything in place. I knew who I was at a core, and that's why I was at that point. I was at that breaking point where I was either going to go one way and I wasn't going to be here anymore, or I was going to turn it around. Okay, and that was the spark that lit the fire. And I was like, okay, I felt it start changing. And that's all you need sometimes, is to feel something different. You'll know it. Once you start doing it, you'll know almost immediately. For me, almost immediately, I knew like this was different than anything that I had ever done before. And I just want people to experience that. And then, like I said, we'll do it for a week, and then, we'll go from there. Maybe you only need a week, and that's fine. Okay. So if you're interested, like I said, I'll leave it in the description and you can email me. But I wanted to mention something today. It was one of the greatest experiences I've had. Okay. As I've talked about previously, before I got this Tesla, I had my sights set on a Corvette, okay, for years, for the last probably 3 to 5 years. And over the last 3 to 5 years, my daughter would consistently remind me by asking me over and over again, Dad, when are you getting your Corvette? Dad, when are you getting your Corvette? You keep saying you're getting your Corvette. And she would tell everybody that I was getting the Corvette. And so she would tell her friends, and then her friends would ask. And, it was just, and that played a part too. Like I said, I was going to do this, and then I wasn't doing it. So each time she would ask me, it would remind me how far off I was from that. And so I had visioned, okay, over the last, when I started falling asleep in the wish fulfilled, and my daughter and she would ask me that question, we would talk a little bit about it. And my vision is that when I got the Corvette, finally, okay, I envisioned myself putting on a song by Annika, and it's called Zenit. All right. I love the song. It was like, I found it from a commercial, and if you haven't heard it, it's different. Okay. But it gets me hype. And so I had a vision my visualization was me in the car, windows down, cranked all the way up, and just flying down, making a right out of my driveway and flying down our street. Okay, this was the visualization that I would do, okay, periodically. All right, so I've had the Tesla, okay, it's the same color as the Corvette. And I said to my daughter, I said, this is the Corvette, okay? I'm not, the Corvette's done. I told my wife, I said, I'm probably going to get a shirt that says Tesla for life, all right? Because I don't see myself going back to a regular car after driving the electric car. I just love it so much, all right? So this is the Corvette, all right? So for the first time, I figured everything out, because figuring out how the electric car works is a lot different than a normal car. So it's taken a little bit of time. But this was the first time I was in the car by myself. Okay, I was running out to the store. I said, I'll be back. And I realized, all right, my phone's hooked up to the speakers. I'm by myself. It's a beautiful day. I rolled down the windows and I put the song on. So I'm backing up. I'm rolling to the bottom of the driveway. The bass is about to pump. I make the right and I start flying down the street. Okay. And as I'm doing this, I'm like, I felt what I had felt all of those times that I did the visualization. Okay. I was in the feeling and I was smiling from ear to ear, because this is really the very first time that I've actually lived out an actual visualization and a manifestation that I had been seeing in my mind. All of these other changes are just changing because of who I'm becoming. Okay, these weren't things that I had actually like focused on in my mind that I saw happening, but this was the first one. So it was completely different. And I was thinking to myself, I did this. And as I'm flying down the street, guess what comes in the other direction and passes me? A Corvette, a brand new Corvette. It was almost like, and you can't make it up, okay? You rarely, I probably see maybe one or two Corvettes every single month, okay? As much as I'm on the road, we see them once or twice a month. So to see a Corvette at this moment, at this particular moment where I'm feeling this, and I'm like, I created this, and then a brand new Corvette zooms by the other way, it was like me waving to the old visualization and settling in to the new. It was waving goodbye. It was so awesome. Okay, and these are the experiences that I'm pretty much having. It's pretty much becoming a normal thing that's happening each and every day. And again, go back, watch my videos from the beginning. You will see that I was a completely different person 3 months ago. And 4 months ago, I was at my lowest point that I ever was mentally. And now I'm here talking about potentially coaching some of you. All right. So I'm just putting it out there. Like I said, all of this is for you. Okay. We're all one. All right. So I want to do whatever I can to help people feel the way I'm feeling. If you're not feeling like I'm feeling right now, like each day of your life is getting better, or today is better than yesterday, and tomorrow will be better than today, if that's not how you're feeling, then I can help you feel that way. Okay. And it just might be the smallest little tweak. You might be there. Okay. And it just might be like you just need to be a little more consistent. You might be on the cusp of something incredible. You might be on the cusp of changing your life and experiencing what I'm experiencing. All right, so there it is. I just wanted to put that out there. Saturday night, okay, great night. Okay, it's my wife and I are basically home alone. My daughter's with my brother, and so it's going to be good times. I hope you're having some good times. I hope you enjoy your Saturday night. Um, I love you all, and day 93 in the books, and I will talk to you tomorrow, day 94.